annoyed
Awkward,
the fuck out.
dumb, and stupid.
He was a fucking
He'd fit
stoner.
right in with this podcast.
I'm wearing my traditional South Pole hoodie today again.
I'm wearing like the billionth black shirt that I own.
Yeah.
I got like
Oh,
20 pairs of like the same black shirt.
yeah, dude, me too, honestly. I have like a whole stack of them right there. But I actually have a real question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if your mom would know. Does your mom know how to sew
Mm-hmm.
or anything? Does she know anything about fabric and stuff? I figured, you know, a lot of old ladies know how to do that shit, you know. But so here's my issue. So I've obviously had this hoodie for forever.
You need it restitched?
But do you see how? No. So it's weird. This isn't stitched in.
Mm-hmm.
This is just cotton that's just there. If that makes any sense. I wonder if I can get closer to the camera so you can.
Okay, yeah.
So like I've had it for so long, and like the more I put it in the washer and then in the dryer, like it's just gonna keep coming off.
You can take
And when I really noticed it is when I took that fabric shaper to it and I started taking to it. I was like, oh, damn, it just took a chunk out of my fucking hoodie. And obviously it shouldn't be doing that. But like it's just because it was so clumped up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think it's just, I don't know what they would call it. I don't know if it's just matting or what, because it's not stitched in. If I flip it out for like from the inside out, there's no stitching there other than like the white. See that? There's no black stitching at all. It's just sitting on top.
You might be able to take it to a dry cleaners and they can
you know what I think it is actually? Now that I'm thinking about it, you know what I think it is? I think it's literally just a black, I think it's just a black strip of cotton fabric.
I think it's just it looks like
and then they just cut it to shape and then they just stitched it in.
Yeah,
probably.
That's what I think it is. That's what it looks like. It looks like just plain cotton fabric.
Yeah.
So I could literally probably just like, I could have somebody just like cut this part out with the stitching and have somebody cut a piece of fabric cotton out right there and just restitch it back in.
Yeah.
And that might be
you could do that. I mean, also you can take it to the dry cleaners. A lot of dry cleaners do.
Yeah, I noticed that they do like tailor-ish things. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you just got to be specific. Like, first of all, what you go there is because a lot of them they do repairs. You go, do you do repairs? And they'll let you know.
do.
Yeah. Do you do do you do repairs? It's really simple because a lot of them used to be like a lot of family-owned ones where they do haberdashery stuff. So you know, it's just really comes with the trade.
Haberdashery, I think, is for hats, dude.
I was just
haberdashery's hats.
Yeah,
but they also haberdasheries also repair hats and all that stuff and suits and.
But that's not a hat.
Yeah, but haberdasheries also apply to shoes.
Suit would be tailors, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it also applies to shoes and all that other stuff.
But shoes are
just
cobblers,
like cobblers,
or seamstress.
Yeah, just like seamstress, they all follow that line of.
Yeah, I'll honestly probably never. I just wanted to know, but like I'll probably never actually going and like end up getting this because it's one of those things where it's like I'm not gonna spend money on that until like I'm at the point where like I could give a fuck about the money that I spend, and I don't have that type of money yet, so we're just not gonna. Worry about it. But I was just wondering.
Well, yeah, like I knew a guy who did like all sorts of repairs. Like he did suits for the longest time, and then he's just really good at it. He specializes in like repairing leather. And he did really good. Like he does suits. He even does upholstery. He'll repair just about anything. It's really good at it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, either way.
Anywho.
All right. Well,
it's been a while.
How's everybody doing? Yeah, it's been a fucking minute.
It's been a while.
How is everybody?
It's been a hot fucking minute. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were still doing the podcast anymore.
Yeah.
I heard our podcast sucks from somebody, and I thought we were just going to quit.
Yeah. Fuck Prax.
Shout out to Prax.
I'm just playing. Yeah. But anyway, in short, how are you guys doing? Everything going good?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I know Chambers had more going on.
Yeah, that's up to you if you want to share it. But
well, just let the stream and chat.
Just give the quick version.
My mom caught pneumonia last week, and she's been in the hospital for going on 2 weeks now. Good news is though, she's good. She's still in the hospital, but she's in recovery. She's getting the best treatment possible. So thank you everybody out there who sent prayers and support. She's doing really
and hit that Cash App, most importantly.
Yeah, we'll Cash App Candy J. Like there'll be like some. It'll pop up in my hand right here, a little thing.
We'll put the link in the bio.
Yeah, post production.
Yeah.
So if you wanna,
we will.
So,
but and honestly, the only reason why we say that is because she just loves hearing the cha-ching. Like that's it.
Dude, she does nothing with the money. She like her brother sent her $50 for her birthday, and she's like, "What are you gonna do with it?" She's like, "I don't know. I haven't decided." She's like, "But my phone with cha-ching, it was so cool." I was like, like I could use that money myself. She's like, "Don't you touch my money?" She's like, "I'm gonna buy some cigarettes with that or something later on." And like,
does she have like the debit card that goes along with it, or does she just have the app?
I got her the debit card with it because she's gonna,
All right.
Yeah. Well, let's just say this for we're glad to hear your mom's doing good. So there we go. Little round of applause. We're good.
Yo, the fucking clap! Yeah. I was not expecting that.
Me neither, but
that's fucking great.
I'm so glad she's doing well, man. It's just such a relief, though. Let me put my phone on silent in case I get a call or something. Because I mean,
how about you lock your door too while you're at it?
Already locked it, dude. Door is locked. This door is like it's like Fort Knox right now in here. I just can't. I can't be.
He says that. Next thing you know, all of a sudden, fucking Murray walks in. Murray walks in.
Murray. Fucking dude. When I picture like when I picture your brother, like if I hadn't seen him already based on like how he just barges in, he's like your Kramer. Hey. In Seinfeld, like you lock the door, like one day you just happen to lock the door and he just goes and just fucking hits the fucking door. He's like, "What the fuck? This isn't working anymore."
Ramirez probably would get a battering ram and like crash through this door. He'd be like that dude off of fucking.
He would batter it in. Yeah, he'd batter it in, and then like the door would bust open, and you'd just be sleeping. And be like, "Ramirez, what the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just trying to make sure you're okay."
He does that. He comes in my room all the time. You've heard him. "Oh, I'm just checking on you, making sure you're good." And I'd be like, "Dude."
No, I know.
I'd be like, "Dude."
Yeah.
Bless his heart. Bless his heart. But he just does it because he's bored.
Why is it I just picture your brother while you're dead ass asleep. He walks in your room. He's just standing over you, looking down at you like this, just watching, and like you start to partially wake up, and he's like, "Shh, shh, it's okay. Go back to sleep." Shh.
You want to hear something funny? Okay, me and my brother lived together. We had a roommate that we had a person live with us. His name was Larry Holmes. It was my mom's boyfriend's nephew.
Larry Holmes.
Yeah, Larry Holmes.
Not the boxer, right?
Definitely not the boxer. I wished.
That'd be funny.
But yeah,
he is the Golden Gloves champ.
Yeah. No, his name was literally Larry Holmes, just like the boxer.
That's funny.
But here's the thing. The funny thing is this dude was just awkward, dumb, and stupid, okay? And everything about this dude I couldn't stand. I just hated his demeanor. Everything about him just annoyed me.
Awkward, dumb, and stupid.
He was a fucking
He'd fit
stoner.
right in with this podcast.
No, he wouldn't. He's dumber than a box of rocks. Like, I couldn't stand the dude. But,
What's dumber than a box of rocks?
Like if you had to make the analogy, I will not mention the name.
No. No, but like,
because
no. But like, I mean, like, if you had to compare it to another thing, like not rocks, but like, what's dumber than rocks?
Vegans.
Boulder. Some dumb shit.
I said vegans.
Oh yeah. You're not far off.
Yeah. Did you hear about this vegan lady? She's like a spokesperson and like a influencer. She died after like 40 years of just being on a vegan diet from malnutrition.
Was it the vegan teacher?
I don't know. It was some vegan influencer I saw. It popped up on my Instagram feed, and I'm like, "Yep."
Ooh, I gotta look that up now. Hold on.
I think I sent it to you. Or
Everybody's
something.
gonna get their receipts. See, I told you we were gonna get. Iceman's gonna go back to the Facebook vegans. Fucking, he's gonna go back to the.
Oh
Like-
darn!
Like
she told you.
Like she was a
Damn
real
it.
deal influencer, and she died from malnutrition, eating nothing but 30, 40 years of eating just vegan food.
Just not eating meat.
Yeah. So that just
Remember.
I am.
Just remember.
Listen, guys, I am sad to report right now. According to the internet, the vegan teacher is in fact alive and well.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
I know, motherfucker.
But this vegan influencer.
You want to know what they did? They gave her a fucking steak in there. They're like, here, eat this. You'll be
But
okay.
this vegan influencer specialized in more of the fruits of vegan.
Yeah.
Whatever. Vegan,
She was a
It's
fruit.
not too bad, but still.
But still, you die for that shit. That just proves it, man. You need bacon in your
Yeah.
life, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even broccoli screams when you rip it from the ground.
Yeah.
What have I said before? When it comes to like eating broccoli, not broccoli, bacon.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Hey,
Ashley?
Well, for me, that's how you know I'm not a terrorist. But
Yeah. It's because he eats bacon.
yeah,
That's what it is.
Bacon.
of course.
Everybody loves bacon.
Yeah.
And you know it's true when everybody loves bacon? When vegans and vegetarians are making bacon flavored shit.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
Like
Yeah, that is the thing. They
bacon-flavored
always
food.
try to get like a mimic sort of meat thing. Like they always just try to get something that tastes like meat. Like, just eat meat.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
see,
why-
here's the thing though. Yeah, Chinese riddle for you. If meat is bad for you, then why are y'all making meat flavored foods and stuff and trying to eat like meat flavored chicken tenders and stuff just with chicken?
Yeah, like clearly
flavors?
meat tastes good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to that, I think it's not even just me. It's all of us. Like I feel like if like a real like hardcore vegan ever had a conversation with, and I don't know why we're hating on vegans so much right now, but
Nah,
if
fuck
a
you,
real
man.
vegan person,
Fuck
if a real
vegans.
vegan person came into this podcast or just was talking to us on the regular, like we're not the people to approach because
No.
like they'd come to me and be like, "What? You don't want to hurt animals, do you?" It's like I want to know what name of the cow is when I buy it from the store.
Yeah.
This
No.
was Betsy.
Remember episode 21? We talked about the thing about writing the names on lobsters and dropping them in hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would fuck it. Let's go to the farm. We'll pick out the cow and be like, "Bye, Bessie," and just cut her fucking head off right there and let's go.
I'm straight up getting a lobster.
Katana.
Dude, I was straight
Fucking-
up go to Red Lobster and go, let me get little Gary right there with the wrinkly paw.
I want
Let me
Larry,
get Gary.
Gary, and Jerry right there. Let's go.
And I'd be
Can I get Mr. Krabs right there?
right? And I have no problem cooking their ass because you know why? Because I'm not gonna feel bad about it. Because you know why? They're going to a good cause. My stomach.
You know, my
They're going to a better place.
my dad, not my biological one, my like my dad, fucking when he used to get lobsters and stuff from like our local market or whatever.
Mhm.
And you know how like sometimes when you put them in the thing, they make a little noise
Yeah.
when you put them in the boiling water. And I'd be like, "What's that noise?" Be like, "They're screaming." You know that little squeak that they make when you put them in the
Yep.
boiling water. Be like, "Oh, the lobsters are screaming. They don't want to be in there."
Yeah.
I was like fucking like 10. I was like, "Oh, okay." Just
I've always joked about it, saying when it comes to animals, they're like, they feel fear. I go, yeah, that makes the meat taste better.
That's some
I
dark
want-
shit.
I want
it
that
tightens
cow.
up the muscles. It leaves all the juices in.
I want that
That's
cow
what
or
it
that,
is.
that pig or whatever. I want that thing to be so afraid. I want to be able to taste the fear.
Yeah,
That's-
Iceman's gonna be sitting next to a cow before it gets killed and fucking looking at it dead in the eyes and just going,
It's like you gonna be my ribs.
growling at it like he's
Yeah, like just picture Iceman going to a farm feeding a pig slop. He's like, yeah, you eat that slop, bitch, because you gonna be bacon later and baby back ribs and
I'll be
shit.
looking at that pig going, pulled pork.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna be good in about 16 hours.
Yeah. Yep. Like Iceman gonna be like, ooh, yum yum pork
But
belly.
he'd go, but he'd go there and act all dumb. Like, do you guys pull the pig before you kill it? Like, why is it called pulled pork?
No, they'd be
Yeah.
like,
See them, like-
you'd see me.
Like French,
No,
like
you
the French used to torture people pulling their limbs.
you You'd see me. Everyone would be like, you'd be picking out the pig. They'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, "I'm trying to figure out what wood I want to use to smoke this bitch." Like,
Iceman,
I'd be like, "Man, look at that! They got a good deal on mesquite."
you can tell
got a good deal of mesquite.
Dude, you can tell Iceman's from the DC universe of food. Like, you know.
Hey,
Iceman was that kid when he was younger, burning ants with a fucking flashlight with a goddamn magnifying glass.
Yeah.
I mean,
This was funny. I was watching an episode of Arrow recently. Arrow took his whole team out for to Big Belly Burger. And there's one of them that annoys the most out of them, Renee, which is Wild Dog. Wild Dog is getting like the double belly gut burger buster or whatever. And all just have like their little simple single burgers.
what a name.
And like, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the Big Belly Gut Buster or whatever it is.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's like this big old double burger, and everybody's sitting there with their like single burgers. And Oliver Queen, aka the Green Arrow, was like, "That's disgusting." And then I'm just sitting there looking at dude like, dude, it's the same burger, just got more meat. And like, how can y'all be disgusted? And they're just sitting there like, this dude is just going ham on that fucking burger, like making love to it. And they're just like, and I'm just thinking,
well,
It's too funny.
you know,
I'm just
look,
thinking to
we're sitting
myself
here-
like, man,
the only thing worse than just a regular vegan is a vegan CrossFitter who vapes. Because you know damn well the first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna run up to you and be like, hey, did you know I'm a vegan who does CrossFit? You're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. And they're gonna be like,
You know what you just reminded me of?
what?
Is that old meme. It wasn't really a meme. It was just a post on Twitter that turned into a meme. Fucking, this is how it went. She goes, "Want to know why I hate vapors? You smell donuts or cotton candy, and I'm turning a corner thinking, I'm gonna treat myself to something tasty. But no, it's just Brad and his cloud of lies." Fuck, shit still makes me die to this day. I fucking love that shit.
I gotta find it. I have a
It's
meme
just Brad
somewhere
and his cloud of lies.
of it's like a whole bunch of people that are like vaping, and it's like when virgins feel threatened, they release a cloud of vape. If I have it on my phone here,
they release a deterrent vape cloud.
Dude,
I have it. I will find it and I will send it to you, and we can post it like right here, right now on the podcast.
I get a kick
Alright,
out
do
of
it.
people who vape. I'm not gonna lie, I bought a vape, I vaped and everything, but then there's these dudes that take vaping to a whole nother level, and
Yeah, they do like the fucking rings
Yeah,
and the competitions and all that crap.
I
Like,
thought this was cool. This one dude who did that vape shit. He's like, I could throw a Hadoken with a vape. I was like, what? Like Street Fighter Hadoken? He's like, yeah. Watch this. He like, blew his smoke, and like he was shaping the thing, and goes, "What? Are you ready? Hadoken!" Right? He does Hadoken. Right? Takes another puff. Blows it in there, and it looks like the fireball Ryu shoots at people. I'm like, oh shit!
some of it is kind of
That
crazy.
some
It is
cool-ass
to be
shit.
fair.
They
Aside from the fact that it's a vape, it is kind of cool that they can do that shit with smoke. Because like I remember even like when I was young, and I would see somebody smoking a cigar and they could blow the rings. I was like, that's
Yeah.
cool. You know? Like,
No, that shit
There's
is
a kid
cool,
seeing
but I
that.
mean, like, I just
Yeah.
get a kick out of it now because I see, like, my students, when I was working at the school, I see all these teenagers and stuff, like, they're vaping, trying to act all cool and stuff, and they're drinking, like, some strawberry water, they're smoking some strawberry watermelon flavored vape. I said drinking, I meant smoking. They smoking some whatever vape it is, flavor, and they're trying to act all cool and blow all this shit, and I'm like, just sit the fuck down, kid. Like, seriously, you really think you're cool? And they're trying to, like, it just boggles my mind, dude. I don't know why. I just
So-
think vaping is like so dated.
Davo,
and
I
dumb.
found it and I sent it to the group chat. So
okay, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Pastries. Yo, that's great.
What the
That is
fuck?
fucking fantastic. That's fucking fantastic.
yeah, it is.
Oh shit.
Well,
Oh,
go ahead.
right. Well, no, that's right. Say what you were gonna say.
Well, we've been watching the new season of Daredevil,
Yes, we
Yeah.
have.
and
Dude,
What are we all
We're
thinking so far?
We haven't seen episode 4 yet. We're 3 episodes in, and
yeah, we're gonna watch that tonight, probably, most likely.
Can we just say this? So far, three episodes in, I want to say it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, me too.
Probably the
honestly.
best Marvel show that they have done.
Yeah, I would agree. Honestly,
Out of everything,
gritty.
out of all their Marvel shows so far.
oh,
Yes.
easily. Like Punisher's the top one for me because I love that fucking show.
Uh-huh.
Like they did a really good job with that, especially because it tied into Daredevil. It was just really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall, yeah, I think right now that's the best show out right now. Just with those 3 episodes, I would agree with that.
And the fact that they didn't retcon
as far as live action,
yeah,
I should make that clear.
The fact that they didn't retcon anything from the Netflix series, they brought everything that happened basically so far in the Netflix series into this universe.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
I completely disagree, y'all. She-Hulk is the best one ever.
Well, to be fair,
off.
to be fair, I did.
I know you're just playing.
I just wanted to see what you would say. I was expecting Iceman to
I
be
like
like, go
She-Hulk.
jump
I
off
thought it
a
was
fucking
good,
bridge.
but I like She-Hulk.
I think it's the worst one personally.
But I like the scene at the end where it was She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion were twerking in the office.
You know, people had a
dumb.
problem with that. I thought it was actually kind of funny.
Everybody's got a fucking problem with everything.
You know what?
It's
To be honest with you,
everybody shit on the one show, Miss Marvel.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I liked
I
Miss
haven't watched it
Marvel.
yet.
Miss Marvel, I thought it was a good set of episodes. It was fun to watch. It made me honestly wish I had a Pakistani family because I wanted to go over there and just walk in and be fed like the one white dude was every single time. It's like, dude,
I'm gonna have to watch it because I've never seen it.
Pakistani family. We can watch it.
He goes, that's a wild statement. I'm gonna post that to Twitter. I want a Pakistani family, Iceman.
Dude,
It's a direct
just
Dude,
be neighbors with one, dude, and you'll be.
I'm posting that
Okay,
right
shit. Let's go.
Like
I'm posting
my
it right
favorite
now.
is a Mexican family. You live next door to the right Mexican family. You are eating good. I'm telling you, because they're gonna have leftovers, and you see a barbecue across. You see a Mexican barbecue. You stick your head up over there. You smell all that good cooking. They'd be like, "Come on over. We got Corona. Got some chorizo. Let's go."
Oh, you can keep that
carne
Corona
asada.
shit.
Oh fuck you!
Corona's
I love
disgusting.
I love a good Corona.
I hate Corona. Just warm Mexican piss. That's all it is.
It just looks like piss to begin with.
garbage.
Yeah, wouldn't it be
Garbage.
crazy if it's like piss? Like if that's the secret ingredient, piss.
Ugh.
But
Can't do
no, all I'm saying is that I love going to Mexican things, Mexican functions, dude. Good food always, good music, good people.
I had one friend growing up that was Spanish, and I used to go to his house all the time. And they were always cooking
All right, we get
rice and
it.
shit
You
like
have
that.
you have ethnic friends.
Yeah. I had more than one black friend too.
Really,
So
Iceman?
I'm better than other people that we used to know.
You know what? It's funny when you go, if you have to count how
Jesus.
many black friends you have.
Jesus Christ.
At least Iceman was like, I got more than one black friend, He's
I
like,
got more than one.
thank you,
I just want
Iceman.
to let y'all know.
Thank you, Iceman. You didn't sync me up in your category. You just said you have more than one black friend.
Fucking hell.
I'm telling you,
Oh my God, dude.
I would
try
take
to count-
Iceman.
I would try to count them all, but I don't want to take my socks off.
Oh shit! Damn, you got enough toes on them?
It's so,
You got enough
so
toes to
dumb.
be counting all those people?
Luckily,
Oh my God, dude.
He goes,
If you would've asked-
I
if you
know
would've
10
asked me
black
almost-
people.
if you would have asked me 6 months ago, almost, that would have been a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, Iceman counts the local crackheads he runs into at the Florida
Oh, fuck
convenience
that.
store. He counts them.
Fuck them guys. But-
Yeah.
But yeah, like we were saying though, Daredevil. I mean, everything that's happened so far. I mean, the end of the last episode we saw in 3 with White Tiger. We all knew what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
We knew he was going to get killed, but I didn't expect him to get popped like that.
Yeah, not
I
right away
expected
like
him
that.
to at
That
least
was
get in a
fucking out of
fight or
nowhere.
something like
Yeah.
that.
He's just walking down a fucking alleyway, and next thing you know, out of the shadows, boom. Someone blew his nugget off.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to some stuff because I heard they're setting up for the villain Muse, which is a new villain in the comics for Daredevil. So I wonder if the rumors are true that they're setting up for him. So I'm looking forward to seeing that if he's revealed. But I kind of agree. I think this might be the best MCU show that they got out right now.
Yeah.
I did like Falcon Winter Soldier, but I like that one for a different reason.
Good.
That was
because
I
good
enjoyed the shit out of that one.
I've enjoyed most of the shows.
Me too. There's some I haven't liked, like Miss Marvel. I grew up reading a couple of like Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel comics, and the Miss Marvel I know is very different from what they're doing with that Marvel. That's a different rendition of Miss Marvel. But then they lumped it all together. That's cool and everything. They're trying to keep it current and canon with things. But it wasn't my cup of tea. But I think it was all right for what they did. But, you know, I'm just looking forward to seeing some other stuff. Like, I'm wondering when they're going to do like an Iron Lad show or something like that. Because Iron Man still needs a successor. So
aren't they still working on a Ironheart movie?
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, I don't know, to be honest with you. And even if they are, I just don't like Ironheart I don't find that as a true successor to Iron Man. Like, I figured they would have done Iron Lad since they had the kid, you know, show up from the funeral from Iron Man 3 and stuff. And they should have. You know, I just feel like they should have like either some Elseworlds Iron Man come in or something. I don't know. I just want to see another Iron Man. I mean, or reboot it with a new Iron Man. I mean, I feel like you really can't have Avengers without an Iron Man, because when Captain America goes rogue and stops being a leader, or when the Avengers got split up to where it was like Avengers, then there was Avengers West Coast, there was always an Iron Man, you know? Iron Man's either with the main group or with the West Coast group. So there's always some sort of rendition of an Iron Man. So it's just weird if you're going to make an Avengers movie and there's Ironheart or something like that and no Iron Man. Like, it's cool seeing War Machine, but I want Iron Man.
Right.
Well, they need to actually call him War Machine and not whatever they called him in the Iron Man 3.
Iron Patriot.
Yeah,
that was dumb. War Machine is way better.
Well, but technically, that's not even an Iron Man suit. Iron Patriot was really designed by Norman Osborn, and it looks very similar to Iron Man suits, but it was just Norman Osborn as the Iron Patriot. But they found a way to get away with using Iron Patriot in the Iron Man movie.
Yeah, well, they made it where it was Justin Hammer that did the Iron Patriot.
Yeah.
Remember, he's like, I want all these guns in the suit.
Did you see, speaking of him, I know it's not fucking Cheadle, but you guys were mentioning the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The fucking, why do I always forget his name? What the fuck is his name again?
Anthony Mackie.
His actual name? Anthony Mackie. Yeah, I always forget his name. There was an interview that I saw with him about 8 Mile, like way later, like recently.
I saw that.
He was talking about how like Eminem like figured out shit about him, and the reason why he was looking at him with that fucking stank eye and the thing is like, you're talking about me, motherfucker.
Yeah, like they were chopping it up on the cool one day, like, you know, because he went to a private school and his parents are married, and Eminem just took that and flipped it on him in real life, and that's why when he walks off, it was real.
It brought in like an actual anger.
It was like, real. So it like M did his homework, and that was just a nasty bar.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
why Eminem's one of the greatest rappers alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I wanted to say this last time. I was telling Chainber about this, but I was just holding off up until this. I kind of lost respect for Eminem after the whole presidency thing. Not to get too political, but like this dude for his entire life has been like anti-government, fuck you, fuck everything else, fuck the world. He literally just released that song about bringing Shady back, about like fuck everybody, right? Like that was the whole thing.
Yep.
Like fuck it, I'm gonna go back to my old ways. And then like he literally endorses somebody for president, regardless of whether it was Kamala or Trump. I don't care. But like the idea that he would go out and like put his front foot forward and dip it into politics when he's always been fuck you and fuck the government. Like, it was just dumb.
That's what happens when you get older.
Respect from there.
Well, I mean,
Well, yeah, like, I
people's
get it. Like,
ideals change over time, you know.
They change, but like it's just so strange to me. Like the record of events that he would put out that record or that single or whatever, saying "fuck everybody," I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do, and I'm gonna get canceled. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm uncancelable, and then go do that.
Which is
shit,
true.
You know,
you can't cancel Eminem.
You can't. Like, he proved that. I mean, he literally went to went to court with the government and won. You know, back in the early 2000s,
well,
like with that whole thing with Kim and his mom.
When he's talked shit about, you know, like in the songs about gays and everything like that, what happens? Elton fucking John comes to his defense.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, you know,
you have the queen of the gays.
The story he told was great.
The queen of the gays shows up and has your back.
Yeah.
I mean, the truth of it is, it's like, you know, you can make references directed towards trans people and everything. And, you know, as long as somebody understands where you're coming from, that it's not from a hateful place. Like, you know, growing up, you know, we called our homies fags and queers and all. We still call our friends all that. Like, you know,
I was gonna say, it's just like that never changed.
It's just that, you know,
stop doing that.
And it's like, for us, it may be a term of, oh my God, why are you calling me a fag? We're not directed towards you. I'm directed towards my homies.
We're
like
calling you a British cigarette. Relax.
Yeah, like,
or no, you're in a situation where it's, you know, it's a stupid situation. You're like, man, that's fucking gay.
Yeah. I remember watching this dude. I can't remember his name, but he was like he's like a just starting out stand-up dude, and he was talking about how like we would call everything gay. It's like you'd call your mom gay, you'd call her gay. Be like, oh, you made mashed potatoes for dinner, gay.
Yeah, like I remember saying that, like, oh, this dinner's gay and whack and bullshit, and that's just what we said.
But that's what it meant. It just meant whack.
Yeah,
gay in the 2000s just meant whack.
Yeah, and like
that's exactly what it meant.
You go to McDonald's, you go to the
idiot.
McDonald's, you want a milkshake, and they're like, sorry, the machine's down for cleaning. You're like, man, that's gay.
Like, man, that's fucking gay.
Yeah, like, you know, we can't, like, but I'm so glad that Trump brought it back. Like, we could call each other fags, and it's like, hey, like, the word fag is back. If your friends are acting like a moron and being stupid, I
love when you try to do your Trump impression.
I know, I'm not good at it, but I try.
Chain.
It's okay, though, but it's just funny.
Chain, would you stop being a retard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't help it. I'm just retarded.
Jeez, didn't you hear me a second ago? I'm retarded.
Dude, for my uncle's wedding, I said that like at like the all-time high of like retarded, like not being a good word to say.
Yeah.
So it was in my speech for their wedding for Ty. And the whole thing fucking went like this. I actually have it right here. Speech right here. This is exactly where I said it. I was talking about like how Ty is like such a great guy and like how he's very blunt with his words or whatever. And I said right here, I said, nothing is more humbling than hearing "that's retarded, do this instead" coming out of Tyler's mouth. And the whole fucking crowd laughed. It was funny as shit.
Like,
and like even like my cousin Caleb came up to me after the speech and he was like, "That's great that you said retarded in the speech. Like, I had to commend you for that." I was like,
you know what's funny though? It's like, you know, with like your parents or like a family member or your like would be like, "Hey, you retarded," or "Stop being retarded." Like, it's just one of those words. It's not meant to hurt the people who actually are gay or fags or, you know, it's like,
yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's not meant to hurt them at all.
You know how many times
it's all about
you know how many
intent.
times I've been called an N-word today? Like, I heard it at least like 9 times today.
But you want to hear it again?
You want to see me do it again?
Wait a minute. But was it with the GA or a hard R?
It's the hard R.
Oh yeah, of course.
Play Frag Punk and you'll see what I mean.
Yeah. I was even telling Chainber the other day that I got hard R just with the sand in the front of it. Like, I was actually called that one time. Like, it was a while ago though. It was like when I was in like high school, and I was like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" I was like, "I'm about to beat the fuck out of him."
Dude, but
like,
these days,
really racially profiled me. That's the first time that's ever happened. That shit, fucking.
Dude, if you want to play Call of Duty, if you want to be called an N-word, just play Call of Duty, man. Like, for real.
Oh yeah, for real. Well, no, you can't even do that now.
Not nowadays. No, the fucking AI things that they have listening on all the chats. They're like, nope, your game is banned.
Yeah, you get banned for saying shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's why everybody doesn't do in-game chat anymore. They all do Discord.
Yeah, literally. Like, They actually have a system in place that bans players for swearing, which is insane.
Are they just banned from
Like,
comms, or they just banned from
You get
like certain
comms
things?
banned first.
You get comms banned first, and then you get banned.
Yeah.
So it's like a strike 1 and 2 pretty much. It's a strike 2 policy.
I thought this was really hilarious. When
I'm pretty
do y'all
sure.
remember
anyway.
when PlayStation Home was a thing back on PS3?
No.
What do you mean?
PlayStation Home. It was like this immersive. It was like Sims for the PlayStation. It was like Sims in Second Life if they had a baby. It was just yeah. It was on PS3.
I've never even heard of that.
PlayStation Home was this.
So I don't know.
All right. Well, PlayStation Home was this bold idea that they made, like, you create a character, you can dress him any way, and all this. And
So it was kind of like the Mii characters almost on
Yeah.
Nintendo Wii, sort of kind of.
Yeah, exactly. But they made all these social spaces relating to video games and music and other things where you can interact
Right.
and meet with other people on the PlayStation Network. And you can unlock skins, all sorts of stuff relating to games. So, like, if you played certain
That's pretty
games, you
cool.
earn rewards through those games, and that would give you skins and items. So, yeah, it was really
that's
cool.
pretty cool.
It was a great idea. Like, you know, you could even buy.
I never heard of that.
Dude, you could go. You can even go. They made a mall where you can go shopping and hanging out.
Get the fuck
Yeah,
out
dude.
of here, bro.
No, I'm dead ass serious. Like, look, if you could look
Wow.
up some old stuff on PlayStation
I'll have to
Home,
look up some videos,
it
maybe.
was really fucking cool. It was before its time.
Okay.
And what's really sad is they shut it down when just before PS4 took off, because I would have loved to
They
see.
should have kept it for PS4. That
I
would have
would-
been a really cool thing
They
to put
left
into
it in
there.
beta for so long. I would have loved to see it expand into PS4.
Maybe not enough people used it or
Dude,
something.
it had a huge network. People.
Oh, I'm sure it did,
Dude,
but
no, look, you're not. I'm dead ass serious. Even when they shut it down, people were still like, they sent so many things trying to get like Sony to bring it back, because there was
Well-
thousands of players on it. Like, the player count never dwindled a little bit.
well, no, I know. I'm not saying that it did. I'm not saying that I
sounds
don't
like a
understand.
typical
But
Sony
what,
thing.
yeah, but what I'm saying is like I've seen that happen before, even with games.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain games have their fucking their servers up for forever, you know, and like
Yeah.
there's still like hundreds of thousands of people playing it. And they're like, nah, we're gonna shut down the
Yeah,
servers.
for some reason though, it still had a huge fan base, and like, it was making Sony money because you used actual transactions to buy clothes and all sorts of stuff. It was like,
Right.
it was a real
Yeah.
cool little thing. Anyway, long story short, I was in a social space one day and this dude made a comment to me. And then, you know, I called him a pussy ass faggot. And then I was arguing with this other dude and stuff. Like, you know, you could either do it through texting or arguing and everything. Well, I got reported and everything. And I was wondering why I couldn't get on my
Of course.
account. I was banned for 2 weeks off of PlayStation.
That's crazy.
And I was laughing because I called up someone. I was like, why is my account banned? And when they told me why, I just busted out laughing like, well, in my defense, they started it. And it was just so funny when they told me. I called the guys. Like, I called one of them. I said, you pussy ass faggot, you go sit on a fucking plunger and ride, you dickless bitch. And I said something to another person. And I was like, and they're like, yeah, and the funny thing is, I tried to play it off. It was cute. I was like, I don't remember saying that. And I go, yeah, well, you did, sir. So you're banned for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, of course you'd forget what you said fucking a week ago.
And then I said, well, in my defense,
I'm
they
sorry,
probably
what did I
started it. And I said, in my defense, they started it, right? And they're reading and they're like, yeah, they did start it, but the fact that you got reported and you didn't report them and nobody reported them back, you got more reports for offensive language, so you're the one banned. I was like, oh, this is so dumb. But I was laughing it off, though. I kind of, like, I just busted out laughing, and I was like, fuck.
What?
But
Wait a minute, hold on, Chamber. What was it you said again?
why, so you can, like, re-record it?
No,
No, maybe.
Nah, I'm good.
you told him to go ride a fucking plunger.
It's already there.
I told him to go ride a plunger, maybe die and choke on it or something. I told him to go.
Man.
Yeah.
I said
That's great.
it was like, go suck it, go sit on a plunger, you pussy ass faggot.
Ooh.
It was some.
Here we go. What is the most memorable? This is a good conversation. What's the most memorable thing that you've said to another player as far as like really terrible things? Because I have one, but I'll say it after you guys say. Because Chainber kind of said his already.
I've
If you have
never
a
said
worse
it in a
one,
game.
please say it.
I've never said it in.
But like even like in chat afterwards, like you
No,
just did a match with
not
somebody.
even
You go
in
send them
chat. The
real
worst
quick.
thing I
Like,
ever
fuck
said
you.
once. was back in the heydays of YouTube. One person on there, because I used to listen to this one radio show, and they were ripping on this bitch, and she started like talking all kinds of shit on YouTube about them, and I went on her video, one of her videos, and I told her, it's like, I hope someone rips out your uterus with a claw hammer.
Damn, that's brutal.
And the radio station people, they fucking cracked up, and they read that, and they were just dying about that. But after that shit, she deleted her channel.
Nice.
Damn.
That's always fun.
So I bullied,
what was the worst one you said, or was that,
somebody
was
to
that the
deleting
one?
their shit.
That's fantastic. But what was the worst one for you, Chainber, if that wasn't the worst one?
You know what? I said so much mean stuff. I mean, I've told people to go crawl back in their mom's vagina and cook longer.
Yeah, well, that's a classic between me and you, though, because of Entourage.
I've told people to go eat a dick. I've told people a lot of stuff.
No, the worst one. Don't just give me the general one. The worst one.
I can't remember.
There's no way you can't. Man, if you have the worst one is like the first time you had sex, you're like, damn, like that was good.
I don't know. I've said so much stuff, dude. There's like a laundry list. I can't keep track. Maybe I don't know. Maybe like something like, you know, shit. Let me think.
If you want, I can say mine real quick.
Yeah, go. Maybe mine'll come up. Maybe I can't remember.
I killed him. I think it might have been. It was either Destiny or Call of Duty. I can't remember, but it was some first-person shooter, and I killed him a fuck ton. And he said something about, like, you know, the classic, like, go fuck your mom, this, that, you know, all the basic shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that he had I saw that he had the fucking Star David on his fucking on his profile picture.
Yeah.
So I said, do me a favor, go back to Auschwitz and lick the ground, and maybe you'll get a taste of your grandfather's ashy dick. That's what I said.
Ouch. Oh God. Damn.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
Okay.
That was a rough one.
You know what? I am thinking of one, but it's not as vulgar, but it's pretty good, like little
that one might have to be Patreon.
I was playing.
Not gonna lie, that one might have to be Patreon.
I remember playing. Okay, I had to fix that. I remember playing The Last of Us and Last of Us multiplayer, and we ran into a guy named Jesus Christ, and I kept killing him with my hammer and shivving him. And he was just talking so much shit to us while we were playing. And I literally said, forgive us, Lord, for we know not what we do. And I guess, because that's a line out of the Bible. And I think that's pretty fucking cold, if anything. And then
that's a pretty solid one.
And then I shivved him, and again, I go, try walking on water on this one, bitch. So I would just like make it, every time I killed him, I made like some sort of biblical Jesus reference toward him.
Yeah, I was a menace when I was young. I used to say the worst things to people. Tyler was too, to be fair. I can't remember any of the ones that he said. I'm sure if I called him up, though, he'd probably have a couple.
Yeah.
But because he was like heavy into Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Mm-hmm. He played a lot of Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
That was like his thing. And he was one of those guys that could like, he's honestly, truly, this isn't even me fucking around. Like, I can see Tyler, if he actually like asserted himself, he could have been like a Call of Duty pro. Like, he was one of those dudes that when it came to sniping, like he was just, it was monstrously good how amazing he was. It was insane. Like, he could predict like where you were going to be, like what spawns, like the timing, and he would be ready for you with it. And all he did was like, he did an intervention deagle setup. That was his thing. He did like sleight of hand and, you know, marathon and, you know, whatever the fuck else he had. Commando Pro. But like he just ran around like a motherfucker and he would snipe people like it was nothing, like it was nobody's business. So he could have actually gone pro, but like he was in that, you know what I mean? And he would also like, I remember like early on we had a day one PlayStation with a day one PS3, and this was back on the ones where that you could actually mod and go into hacked lobbies and get your prestige all the way up. Like you kill somebody and get right to level 70 or some shit, or whatever fucking level it was. Like level 60 or level 70, something like that, to get you up to the next prestige. Like you get one kill and then immediately you're level 70 prestige in the middle of the game, and then fucking get another kill. Boom, next prestige. It's like, what the fuck? You know, so he would do stuff like that just to have fun. But in general, like he was just a crazy ass fucking player. Like if he really put his mind to it and tried to like do the events and the tournaments and stuff, he would have fucking he honestly probably would have been like a member of some sort of fucking like MLG group for sure.
I finally feel like when it came to Call of Duty, I peaked when I played Modern Warfare 3.
2019.
I kept
yeah.
Well, yeah. 2019 Call of Duty. That's where I truly peaked. But like I thought like I could do it all after I played OG Modern Warfare 3 back on PS3. I yeeted a fucking throwing knife across the map at the beginning of the game and killed somebody. I see so many of those videos with people doing that, and I finally landed it, and I was celebrating like a crazy person. I even went back and like recorded how I did it. I sent it to like all my friends. It was like the greatest thing in history. Like throwing a melee knife across the map and it hit somebody. One of the best things ever. I'm sorry, it doesn't get no better than that.
one of the best across the map kills that I saw. It was old school. I want to say it was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and he shot a noob tube across the map, killed the entire fucking team with one noob tube, and then reloaded it and then shot it again.
I saw
and he
that
fucking got the whole
before.
team again. And then he literally like finished it off with like a couple more kills, got a nuke within like maybe 25 seconds of the game. It was insane. That was, I think it was literally recorded as the fastest nuke in all of Call of Duty history.
I've seen things like that. That shit's crazy.
Dude. Yeah, old school COD was insane back in the day.
Yeah.
I used to love playing that shit.
It's funny watching
I
old
miss
school
the really
COD.
old school COD.
What was yours? World of War? Or like the 1, 2, and 3, like the OGs?
Well, like the one I used to play online with some of my friends back in the day was we would be playing the OG Black Ops.
Yeah, so Black Ops 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run around.
Yeah. I when you said like old ones, I was thinking you were like, Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3, like those ones.
I play
because I think it was
when I got my Xbox,
it goes up to 3.
I started playing those on my Xbox.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it went up to 3, and then they did World at War, and then they did Black Ops, and then they did Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and that's when they started going back and forth between Black Ops and Modern Warfare. Those are like the two games. They had Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. Then they had Ghosts.
I played Black Ops
all
1
the other
and
ones
2.
advanced.
I didn't play
World War
3 because I think 3 was almost like nothing but the multiplayer, wasn't it?
No, 4 was the one that was.
No, that was Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4 was just multiplayer.
Black Ops 4, I want to say, was basically just Warzone.
It was
pretty sure
multiplayer and Blackout.
Yeah, which was just another rendition of Warzone, was it not?
Yeah, it was Blackout was the first rendition of their battle.
And they had
royale.
zombies.
Yeah.
They had the zombies like you have now.
Yeah. They had zombies.
Yeah. Well, the zombies we have now is more similar to the original zombies.
The zombies in Black Ops 4 were more like in an arena type of setting.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing people playing it, and like you'd run into whatever like out of bounds area into the storm a little bit, and like all you'd see is like what looked like ghostly looking zombies clawing and attacking you and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't remember Black Ops 3.
Oof. I think that might have come through the mic. Did you guys hear that?
No.
No? Okay. It came through fucking... It showed that it came through Discord, but it didn't show that it came through there. That was a gnarly net crack.
Black Ops 3 was the one, I think, where you play like an injured soldier reliving his memories or something like that, I think.
Which one is it? 3?
Yeah, where like you're like an already dead soldier or something.
I don't remember.
Are you talking about fucking... Because like there was that one that I played, and I think it was Black Ops 3, actually. You were basically like... You could choose at the beginning like who you were. And so like... You like... They like killed you in a sense, but you weren't really dead.
Yeah.
And like they revived you, but they brainwashed you into thinking that you were part of their team, but they were just doing that so that they could get intel off of the people that you were actually facing.
Yeah, I think that was Black Ops 3.
Yeah, it was super confusing because that's the first introduction that we get to see of the dude with the aviators, because we see him in Black Ops 6.
Well, that sounds like Cold War. Because that's the same premise in Cold War.
I think that is Cold War.
Yeah, that's the premise of Cold War.
That is Cold War.
That
is Cold War.
At the
I
end
mixed it up. My bad.
Because at the end of Cold War, you see him. You're the The one Russian guy, and you have to shoot at the guy with the aviators.
Which one is the one with Kevin Spacey? Is that Black Ops 2?
No, that was,
or is that 3?
might
I
have
think
been
that's
3.
Ghost.
No, you
Or is
know
that
what?
Advanced Warfare? No, that might be Advanced Warfare.
Hold up, we'll just look it up.
Because I remember Kevin Spacey was like the president. And I think the reason why that was happening is because he was on House of Cards. So they were like, yo, we got to get him in Call of Duty.
I think that's
Black
Advanced
Ops
Warfare.
3.
I think it is Advanced Warfare. Yeah. I
I
played the fuck out of that game, so that would make sense.
I thought Advanced Warfare, the worst one I hated out of all the COD so far, is the one I call Call of Duty Halo Edition.
The worst Call of
Which
Duty.
one was that?
The one where you're in fucking space.
Oh, Ghost.
No, not
Ghost
Ghost.
was that was
Oh,
only one little
Infinite?
cutscene though.
Yeah, Infinite. That is the worst one.
I never played it.
No, my friend. The worst Call of Duty is Vanguard.
That's just a game
Vanguard's
mode.
pretty bad.
Nobody,
Yeah.
no Call of Duty Vanguard. Nobody wanted that.
Call of Duty
game.
Vanguard's a whole separate game.
Nobody
I never
wanted
played
that
it.
game. A lot of people
it's
did
trash.
because it was trash. It was the worst Call of Duty.
I think it goes Vanguard. Then like
World War II,
Well-
I think, was pretty dumb.
World War II. Well, so here's the thing. World War II was good for its story. Its multiplayer was fucking trash because of the guns. The guns were awful.
Oh,
Because
that's
they actually simulated them like how they would be in real life, which is all fine. I'm cool. I like realism. But when you're talking about a first person shooter reaction game that's meant to like you get the kill based on your reactions, like that's the fucking whole point of it. And if you give us shitty guns and like to the point where like we literally can't control anything, it's multiplayer is not fun.
Okay. Black Ops 3 says here it takes place in the year 2065, 40 years after the events of Black Ops 2. That's the one where you are in the future and your guy gets like seriously maimed or whatever, and you become like, you have like the cybernetic exoskeleton and shit.
Yeah.
And it's starring the one guy that was in the, he was in that Law and Order SVU.
Never saw it.
Was it like, I don't remember his fucking name.
I don't remember. I actually do really want to do a full run. I was thinking about that for the stream, to just do a whole, like play the originals all the way up until now, but just story, not multiplayer, of all the Call of Duties. I was thinking about doing that because I never played some of the early ones.
I mean, I still need to play Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 campaigns. I need to finish all the, and fucking Cold War and this Call of Duty.
You told me that you weren't really much of a campaign guy when it came to Call of Duty, which is fair.
I enjoyed the campaigns I played from what
Did
I
you
played.
play Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah,
Not the newer one, the original one.
Yeah, I love Modern Warfare 2's campaign.
All right, I was gonna say because that fucking
Dude,
no Russian
dude, shooting up an airport is my shit. Okay, that's my jam. I fucking brush my teeth to that
Have you
shit.
seen?
Who has not replayed that one mission over and over again for no Russian?
I played it when they remastered that fucking game too. But dude, there's like a little trend going on TikTok about that. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but they basically show like friends and family who have no idea what that mission is, and they show them that mission, and they like tell them how old they were when they played it. And there's some hey, sleepy eyes.
What?
Wake the fuck up.
Who?
The
No,
you.
I'm not sleeping.
No, I didn't see you were sleeping, but you're nodding off.
No, I'm
I can
not.
see you like this.
No, I'm not the lights in my eye. It's hurting me.
Why the fuck you lying?
Are you gonna keep making old
I'm
ass
not
excuses like that?
I'm not sleeping, dude.
Okay, that's the
I
guy.
didn't say that you were sleeping, but I can see your
What?
eyes
Do I look
closing
like I'm
and opening
drifting
back up again.
Yeah, my eyes are.
No,
the
you
lights
don't.
hurt
No,
my
you
eye.
don't look like you're drifting off. You are drifting
I'm
off.
not drifting off.
I
You,
found
he
the
will
name.
never admit it. This man, okay, this
I'm
dude is
wide
like my
awake.
grandfather.
I'm wide awake today.
My grandfather.
Oh my god.
My grandfather would be sitting in a restaurant with me, right? And he'd be sleeping because he's a diabetic, so he'd be fucking like drinking sugary drinks and stuff. And he'd be sleeping. I'd be like, "Grandpa, wait, stay awake." Like, I'm just resting my eyes.
You know
I'm just
what?
resting my eyes. He's just like him.
You know what? I wish I was asleep right now.
Yeah, good.
Dealing with your ass because I'm not sleeping.
Because you don't want to deal with me.
I don't want to deal with you right now.
Did I say you were sleeping?
Implied it.
Did I say you were sleeping? I didn't imply that you were sleeping. I said that you're nodding off. That you're starting to. I can see those eyes closing, motherfucker. Hey, yeah, I've been for the past like fucking 5 minutes.
Just to let you know, I found the name.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying.
I found the name of the guy I was talking about. The one that was from the Law and Order show. His name is Christopher Maloney.
Christopher Maloney. Okay.
He's like one of the main characters in the game. It's Meloni. Once you see his face, you'll recognize him.
Probably.
It also the game.
But yeah, that trend has been going on where like they fucking.
Dude, my eyes.
Yeah, I see
dude,
him.
if you look, my eyes are kind of reddish. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude,
yeah. I know who that guy is.
I've said I want a shirt that says just says no Russian.
Yeah, it just says no Russian.
But I want it written in Russian.
Oh, that's kind of a badass idea for a shirt. I want it like on the side like that though. That would be fucking dope.
But I also want the words to be in the colors of the Russian flag is like.
Hell yeah, dude, we can do that. I can fucking do that for you. I can literally do that for you. I just want
the shirt to say, remember, no Russian.
Yeah.
That's
for
it.
sure.
And I want to see how many fucking people get it.
It would be what? So it would be remember in white, no in blue, and Russian in red?
Well, no, it could look like all the words could be all the colors are across all the shirt, the entire words. Like,
oh, you want the Russian flag to be like silhouetted in the background of the words.
Yeah, like all three colors are in. Like,
ooh, that's a badass idea for a shirt. I think I might have to take you up on that, Iceman. I will literally make that. I really like that fucking idea.
Remember, no Russian.
Yeah.
In Russian.
I kind of want it like this though, like the big letters going all the way down like that. Like just on one side, I feel like that'd be such a cool look.
Iceman should get
it.
I
can make it how you want it, but that's such a badass shirt.
Iceman should get it copyrighted.
Fuck yeah, that's a badass fucking shirt.
You know, especially for coming up next month.
Dude, I want that as a hoodie.
Hey, what's happening next month?
The possibility of me going to Las Vegas to go see WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Imagine me walking through airport security with a shirt that says "Remember, no Russian."
That'd be great. Oh shit.
Oh, just to backtrack a little bit. Speaking of like when Chainber was talking about getting banned or not getting banned, but just having Sony, taking shit away from people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me go on a little rant about Steam and Valve Corporation.
Okay.
All right. Welcome to another episode of What Grinds Iceman's Gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Well, no. Once you hear, I mean, I already told
know
you,
about it, but yeah.
But let me just put it like this: we're never getting sponsored by Steam after this because
it ain't happening.
They're a bunch of thieving fucking assholes.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Oh, so the other night I get an email from Steam saying thank you for your purchase. It's like $76 and change. I'm thinking it's one of those bullshit scammer emails. So I log on to the Steam app on my phone and I'm looking at my wallet balance and I have like $3 and change. I go, what the fuck? I had $80 in there. Someone got into my Steam account, went onto the community marketplace and bought a fucking helmet or something for Dota 2. I'm like,
Dota's expensive.
I did not. I'm like, I didn't. It says it's like a common item. I'm like, that's bullshit. So I contact customer support. They told me there's nothing they can do about it. We can't get the money back because it would cause confusion and be too much trouble.
Okay.
So I'm out.
And they can suck a dick.
I'm out $76 and change. And here's the thing I really am pissed about. They profit off that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, if you sell something on the community marketplace, if you sell it for like $5, they have like a 10% fee that they tack on.
Mm-hmm.
So they get like, an extra $1. So you sell that, you get the $5. You know, it sells for $6. You get the $5, they get the $1. They profited off someone stealing my money.
Yeah,
and that's why they
it's
don't
not
want to
fun.
refund you.
Yeah. It's like, that's such
Probably
bullshit.
It's probably somebody, you know,
Well,
like that might have hacked you or something. Hopefully not.
Well, I went in, I checked the thing where it says your authorized devices. There was one, speaking of Russians, so there was an iPhone 14 in Russia that was on my account. I go, I don't have that, so I deauthorized everything, changed my password again. I'm like, it's like, this shouldn't have happened because with Steam, you have, if you get the Steam app, you have the Steam Guard that's supposed to help protect your account and shit.
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't do that
Right.
two-factor thing.
Yeah, I have that, and it still didn't help. So Steam, fuck you. I'm literally trying to get a hold of probably one of the biggest attorneys from here in the state of Florida, but they're nationwide. An attorney, their names is Morgan and Morgan. One of the things they do is consumer protection shit. I'm gonna contact their ass and be like, yo, I'm not the only one this has happened to. These motherfuckers are profiting off people that are stealing from their customers.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not right though. It
fuck
really isn't.
them. I want file a class action suit and go after them for millions. You could have fixed this by giving me my money back.
Mm-hmm. Now, well, hey, that's just more money that they're willing to fork over to help you to help you out, Iceman. So fuck them. I wouldn't worry
Hopefully.
about it.
I'm like I said, I'm going to spend some time to get a hold of them and talk to them and see what they say, because this is bullshit.
Well, you definitely got a case for show.
And I know I'm not the only person out there that this has happened to.
Oh yeah.
And the fact that they're profiting off someone stealing your shit. That's like, you know, if I broke into Davos' house, stole his computer, took it to a pawn shop and sold it. They give me $50, but they sell it for $100. They're profiting.
Yeah.